G'day viewers and welcome to Blokesworld in Thailand. It's the final day of our 5-day dirt bike tour across the north of the country with Enduro Tours Thailand. In this episode we head from the tourist town of Pai right back to where we started, the city of Chiang Mai. And if you've been watching this series, you'll know that the guys have had the throttle pegged the whole way with absolutely no regard for their own safety or for their bikes. It's been 5 days of dirt, blood, petrol, sweat, beer and noodles, and it's been a trip that Ado especially will be glad to survive. But it's not over yet. There's a full day of riding ahead, and on the way we'll also find time for a spot of fishing as well, catching some absolute monsters. So enjoy this, you're watching Blokesworld.
As you can see, we're a bit sad today because today is our last day on the bikes. We're on our way back to Chiang Mai. We're in the beautiful town of Pai. Dave, isn't this a fantastic town?
Yeah, it's a great resort, so we've got plenty of things to do and see. So we've got a great day ahead of us to Chiang Mai.
So Russ, they don't have footpaths here in Pai.
No, they use them to have coffee.
I had some massive crashes the day before. It's very unprofessional. Can I show the viewers my bruise? I never dropped my pants on this show before, but this is what happens when you fall down at full speed.
Day 5, we'll head out to ride past a memorial bridge. We'll do about 20 k's on some twisty roads before we head into the forest. And then we can either do some basic trails or we can do some single lines. So there's lots of variations we can do. And we'll do about 150 kilometres today.
But it was going to be a casual day as far as we were aware of, but Dave did say we could go the high road or the low road, which happened to be the hard road or the easy road. Pretty sure he took us the hard road. A little one-liner hanging off the side of cliffs, really cool. It was good fun. The thing is with those one-liners, they're always on the side of a cliff, you know. You're looking down or looking up, there's just nowhere else. Make a mistake, you go for a wander down the side of a cliff somewhere, so it makes the heart rush a bit. Two young blokes, Leon and Chris, they loved it. We stopped to check directions or wait for somebody and they're gone. They get up the side of a cliff face. They're like billy goats, those people, they're amazing. It hurt. Ow.
When we basically started the day riding, I couldn't get up on the pegs. I was in that much pain.
Here's Ado, riding like a geriatric cripple. Ha ha! Woohoo! Come on Ado, change of gear.
And in about 15 minutes into the ride, I was really wishing it was a 4-day ride, not a 5-day ride. And once again, Dave took us through these really snotty hills. I mean, I've ridden Cambodia a couple of times, and Cambodia is the sort of country you could throw a boomerang and it's going to come back. it's just a big flat zone, you know, and I've never had my ears pop so much. I mean, the entire ride that we did was always either going down a hill and about 10 metres of flat, then straight back up a snotty hill.
It was about time to have my first crash, and there we go. I crashed it up a jump. You know, I wanted to jump up there, and yeah, I had a few goes on the bike. The ground clearance wasn't quite enough on that bike. So yeah, the back wheel popped out, and it was a solid Superman, I would say. I would have gotten 1 point for the style, but it was a straight 10 for effort.
Oh, bit of a rut there. Put the foot down. Change gears. Oh. Bit of a jump. Oh. We ride on all scooter trails. So the trail or the track that the scooter leaves is fairly narrow. So our off-road tyre becomes a bit sketchy and all over the place. And when you've got a fence next to you as well as the trail and the drop-off, it gets a bit nerve-wracking. Me and Leon are really pushing the limits of these little Hondas. You're probably not used to going this fast. And they're definitely not designed for it. So you've really got to, oh, there goes the stand. The stand cuts the motor if it comes down. So you've got to flick it back up with your foot and try not to hit any obstacles in the run at the same time. Oh, a bit of campfire practice.
Just come across this mud section, found some locals. I'm not sure if they're excited or a bit disappointed in us. Me and Leon have just trumped it straight through the middle. Just waiting for the boys to come through, should be pretty exciting. Here we go, he's getting close. I can hear him, he's on the gas. Ado is on it. Listen to that pipe, he's on the pipe. Here he comes. Woo! Yeah! What's your score, Leon?
I would say I would give it a solid 7.
I'm giving it a 7 as well, mate. You read my mind. 7 it is.
Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah.
And we'll,
Gotta give Ado some knuckles here.
And
a good one.
we'll see you guys right after this commercial break. Blokesworld. Woo!
Welcome back to Blokesworld, and it's the final day of our 5-day dirt bike adventure ride. As we head back to where it all began, Chiang Mai, in northern Thailand.
The last day was really good. We were just straight into the trails, so that was really good. A full-on day, just all trails. Like it was up and down mountains, up and down hills, through villages, 4-drive, single. It was a bit of everything. It was really fun. It was a long day, but really fun.
A bit hairy.
Chris and me were having loads of fun. One time there was one spot we headed into another direction while we were waiting for Ado and the rest, and we found some gnarly downhill roads, single trails downhill. It wasn't actually a trail. I think those are like pathways for animals. Maybe we have them in Austria. I don't know how they happen to be here. And it was kind of sketchy and scary for me, because when you have to go downhill at first, you never know if you can make it up again, or is there space to catch up some speed for those uphills and everything. And
You're on board. Leon's helmet cam again. Chris is going for some nice trails, and I'm actually not quite sure if this is a good thing going down there.
Woohoo! Off camera log. Got me. Chris and Leon's extreme adventures. Day 5.
Yeah, it was like 20 meters drop or something. Good. He got into real trouble because there were all tree branches and logs in the way and everything, pretty big ones actually. Yeah, I went down to help him carry down the bike. Then he switched around, we were seeking for some trails, any chance to get there up again. And yeah, but he did a good job. He's a great enduro rider, so he just knows how to ride these bikes and how to build up traction. Yeah, I gave him a hand, not more than once, and that's the actual hardest thing about extreme enduro riding, when you have to pull up somebody. He would have maybe made it without my help, but I was there anyway to film him, so I gave him a hand, pulled him up, everything, and it worked pretty well. But it was quite exhausting for me.
Made it up.
Woo! Thanks, Leon.
And I'm the one with the hangover.
Legend.
Yeah, and then from that on we went again on some normal trails, found a really nice river crossing, and we did some river shots in there and went for some technical trail riding between the stones and everything, and it was all wet and sandy and a mix between stones, sand, water and everything. It was actual fun to get some feeling of the bike between the stones, yeah, and we did a lot of shots there, quite exhausting.
Now here we are, check out this view. We're about to go to a commercial break. We'll see you real soon, but look at this. This is why you get on a plane. Look at that. Ah, Dave, I can't tell you how much fun we're having. If anyone wants to get in contact with you, what's the best way?
Via the website, EnduroToursThailand.com.
Awesome. Is it all right with you if we go to commercial break?
By all means, go to a commercial break.
Welcome back to Blokesworld, and as part of our dirt bike adventure in northern Thailand, we checked out one of the fishing parks in the city of Chiang Mai. These lakes are absolutely packed with Mekong catfish, which is great for guys like us who couldn't catch a fish to save our lives. But lucky for us, they give you all the gear you need, plus a guide who's happy to help you out and do all the dirty work.
Can you tell me, what are we using for bait?
Bread mix.
Bread mix.
Rice, corn, peanut, sweet cake, coconut milk.
All right, and it's not a secret. Everybody knows now.
Yeah. Fish love it.
Bit better than squid.
And we can make sandwiches too.
Yeah.
Now this place had a guarantee, catch a fish or your money back. So needless to say, it took about 10 seconds after the first cast for someone to get a bite.
Oh yeah, we are on like donkey. Not too much, not too much.
It's a monster.
Your rod's playing Thai music.
Oh, yeah! All right, so it's 1-0. Just pulled in this thing. What a donkey.
Thoughts about Ado's performance here, Chris Warwick?
I was hoping he wouldn't get the first one because now he's going to brag all day, but...
Yeah, no, you got
Check that out. Very first catfish.
Quick! This is actual hard work here.
Is that enough slack?
Ah, here we go.
You got it?
Look at that, she had to step back to fit it in.
Yeah.
That was a fish, not you, right?
Yeah, it's always the fish.
Well, we're on. It's taken a few minutes longer than what I've perceived, but...
Word on the street is you've saved the best till last. Any estimates for the weight?
Well, it's gone right the other side of the bloody swamp.
Well, we're 5 minutes into Chris Warwick's catch, and I think maybe we should have brought a cut lunch with us.
Yeah, we're gonna get my water here because we are doing a round.
That's right, we're about
lap around
half a
the
kilometre
lake.
up from where we started.
We're lapping the lake now.
It's going.
Oh, Leon has abandoned Chris Warwick.
I'll get your net for you, mate.
Jeez. That's where the loyalty ends. It's all happening here, viewers. We've got 3 fish on, 1 net. And it looks like David's first. Oh, there he is.
That's a big one. Whoa.
Nice.
Yeah, the average one.
The sun's sinking lower on the horizon. The torrent has slowed to a trickle, but Ado's hooked one that he thinks might be, how much did you say?
170.
170 mils long. You heard it here first, folks.
He's got some stick. It might not be a V8, it could be a rotary.
Check that out.
Hey? Mwah.
Dave is now the biggest. Wow, yeah.
Fish.
Oh, man, what a pound. That's how new fish are made. Viewers, for as long as any of us can remember, Chris Warwick's been fighting this fish here. Everyone's had 2 or 3 in the meantime. Want to be a big one to make it count.
I'm getting it in close, but then she just runs away.
Yeah, I don't think you're factoring in the opportunity cost here.
Come on, mate, it's only a half an hour show. Got a half an hour TV show here. It's taking 40 minutes to land this puppy.
Come on.
Ah, Jesus! Oh! Chris Warwick! Yeah! That is worth 3! Oh, that's 3 fishes! Oh!
Stonker. Took me about 2 hours, but I got her in finally. Ado got her with the net. That's the biggest fish of the day. I'm pretty happy.
All right, the current score is Dave 4, Ado 3, the Austrian 3, and Chris Warwick's just jumped in with a donkey.
Well, viewers, we're rapidly approaching double digits, and I think we're at a point now where it's not about the numbers, it's about the size.
It's a weight game.
Yeah, it's a weight game. That puts Chris Warwick firmly in the lead.
Yeah. You say weight gain or weight game?
Game.
Oh, I'm not leading then.
Chris has come up the other side. Thought maybe he might know something the rest of us don't. Then again, the fact that everyone except him has a fish on tells a different story. Comments?
No fish down that end, so I've changed to the opposite direction. Seems to be hookups going on all over the shop over here, so.
Well, he didn't find any more fish up there, but he did take out the prize for the biggest fish caught on camera. Stay tuned for more Blokesworld after this. It's the final leg of the Blokesworld Northern Thailand dirt bike tour. The boys are all nursing either bruises or hangovers as they make their way down from the hills into the city of Chiang Mai.
วงจรชีวิตคนเราจะลองได้ทำตามใจในเมืองประชาธิปไตยก็มีสิทธิ์ทำอะไรมันมากตายยิ่งคิดว่าเสียงยิ่งเร้าใจกูจะเหลือจนสุดชีวิตเพราะมึงมีสิทธิ์ทำ
And yeah, then we went on for some shots on the road. In one corner, I tried to slide out my back wheel a bit for some cool footage. Yeah, and actually, I don't like 4-strokes, and because it happens to me that they all blop out. Yeah, it actually happened in this case. I was sliding out the back wheel, it blopped out, the engine was cut off. And yeah, the back wheel just blocked, and I had my second crash there. It was not a major crash. I had just a slide out, and the motorbike was sliding around, but it was no harm, you know, no damage to the motorbikes, and so everything went well.
As you can see, Ado is absolutely on the gas today. He's really on it. Look, he's on the pegs, really smooth around the corners. He's not leaving that indicator on, which is good. That'll slow you down. Full gas through the creek. He is on fire. Check him out. Struggling to keep up.
So I'm running along this hill trying to concentrate as much as I can, and all I can hear is this Ado, he's only got one ball.
Oh, I do like to be beside the seaside. Oh, I do like to be beside the sea.
And I'm trying to concentrate on getting this dirt bike and surviving this ride, and I've got him behind me singing the entire way. It was just doing my head in.
I see you just in your winter wonderland.
But thank God we made it out, and you know, like my dad's always said to me, you know, if you want to be good at something, surround yourself with people that are better than you. And that's exactly what this ride is. It's exactly what Blokesworld is since you've come on board. And it's exactly the same as riding with these guys, you know. You go out there and you ride and work with people that are better than you, and you get better. And seriously, I have gotten such better as a rider on this trip than before I came here.
As we enter into Chiang Mai, the traffic starts to build up as we're into the city. So we got to sort of group up so we don't lose anyone in amongst all the traffic.
The guy we rented off the bikes off has been following us on Instagram, which I didn't know, and we destroyed like 3 of those bikes. So what we did, as soon as we rocked in, we put the microphone in front of him and we did this big interview, and he kind of looked at the bikes and went, I just put them away, it's okay. You know, you rented us these fantastic Honda CRFs. Great bike, aren't they, for Thailand? Thank you. Perfect bike.